Hello there, everybody. This is TJ Fowler for Skullbanger Media. I am here with Christopher Bowes, the pineapple crushing legend of Alestorm, and he has been good enough to sit down with me for a audio interview to push the new album Sunset on the Golden Age, coming out, I believe, August 1st here in Europe. I believe, Chris.
Yep, August 1st. You in Europe?
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I'm in Finland. I'm a southern boy from Tennessee that naturally ends up in Finland. You know, so
as you do, yeah, fair enough. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
August 1st.
Yeah, August 1st in Europe. So anyway, like I said, Sunset on the Golden Age is coming out. So I'll leave it to you. You're the mouthpiece here. So tell us about this album and what can people expect from it.
You're right. Well, our new album, it's basically 50 minutes of complete stupidity is mostly what's going on here. You know, it's the Alestorm you know and love, but with added random crap going on. But
sure,
this like the album, it jumps between random lumps of surf rock riffing and death metal breakdowns and stuff and Nintendo noises, but still with like some of the catchiest songs we've ever written, the biggest choruses, the most awesome riffs. It's just, I mean, can I say it's the best one? Yeah, I'm going to say it's the best one we've ever done.
Oh, okay. Well,
whoa, here he's some big words here, isn't it?
That's some big claims right there now.
That's glad to talk, boy.
What's the matter with you?
So yeah, it's a good album. It's just, I think we've progressed as songwriters. We used to be a bunch of stupid kids writing stupid songs.
Sure.
But now we're a bunch of grown-ups writing stupid songs. So.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough. It's good to remain. I think in the rock and metal genre, it's good to take what you do seriously, but also still have a little bit of that tongue-in-cheek humor because I've noticed a lot of bands sometimes they drink their own Kool-Aid too much and they lose any kind of sense of ground, level-headedness. But anyway, let's talk about a few of these ideas you got on this, these stupid ideas you got on this album. First one I want to talk about, it's just the title itself, man. Surf Squid Wars. Now, what? Yeah, Surf Squid Warfare. Tell us about that one. That's the one on the whole album as far as titles go. It's pretty ridiculous, man. Let's get into this one a little bit.
All right. I mean, basically, throughout our 4 albums worth of making songs, we've kind of exhausted most of the traditional pirate tropes.
Sure.
We've got peg legs and plank walking and shipwrecking and treasure questing. So I think we're getting into that strange territory where our little band of pirates is going on some slightly bizarre adventures in the songs. So like that one is about. Basically, there's these pirates, and they discover a time machine, and and they travel to the future.
Okay.
And the future has been overtaken by an army of undead squid from outer space, and the only way they can be defeated is with beer. It's like they're allergic to beer. So basically, it's a song about smashing beer bottles over the heads of undead space squid in the future, which it's clearly some pretty standard stuff there.
Yeah, I mean it's a logical progression for you, and which the next question then for if they're traveling through time, you're dealing with surf squids. What about surf Nazis? Because that was a movie in the 80s. Surf Nazis Must Die. Maybe you can fit that in on a future album where the pirates are taking on the surf Nazis.
That'd be so cool. Pirates traveling to World War II, do D-Day landings in a pirate ship. How good would that be?
Yeah, I mean, dude, the ideas are just flowing. You could send me royalties. I'll take the royalties from that. But now obviously that's a very humorous song, and you got a lot of humor on the album, but I did notice there is one song specifically that it's got some historical context. The 1741, the Battle of Cartagena. Aside from the Nintendo intro, but so what? Out of all the songs, this one is a very specific point in time that you wrote about. Why did you decide to write a historical context song apart from all the rest of the songs here?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like we don't want to get bogged down as being like a band like Sabaton, who's all their songs are about history and stuff.
Sure,
and
sure.
We don't want to get caught up in that, but still, from time to time, it's fun to reference something that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I'll be honest, I don't know much about history, piracy, any of that stuff.
Okay.
Everything I've learned, I've got from Johnny Depp and Wikipedia.
Yeah.
So basically, I was surfing around the internet, looking at all these articles about piracy, and I found this thing about this battle,
mm-hmm.
In Cartagena. I just love that city sounds so cool. It's like Cartagena. It sounds very exciting. So I thought, yeah, there must be some battle there. And lo and behold, there was this battle. And basically, a bunch of English dudes, they sailed across to Colombia, mm-hmm. and they all got killed. So it's cool. It's a song about the English dying. So
I guess for a Scotsman such as yourself,
exactly. Exactly. That's a part of the appeal.
I got you. Okay. Well, cool. Well, now you've also got some, of course, drinking songs. You can't have a name like Alestorm and not have some drinking songs on here. You got the single Drink.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Mead from Hell.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that's a little bit different, and you've been known to do cover songs of strange bands before. Hangover by, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right, Taio Cruz featuring Florida. Yeah. So what prompted you to do that one?
Basically, I just heard that song on the radio one day. Like, I was just driving down the road, and this song came on. I was like, this is the coolest song. This is so perfect. I mean, listen to it. It's a song about drinking. It's got this awesome, catchy chorus. It's got this sweet melody. It's like, mm-hmm. Dude, this could be so good. So, I got home, sat down, and started writing away. And within half an hour, I turned into an Alestorm song. I was like, this is gonna be so sweet. But I think the thing I'm most excited about on this song is how a lot of people are gonna react to the rapping on it. Metalheads are famously not impressed by rap music.
Well, I'll admit to this here. When I heard the song, I had no idea it was a cover, and I didn't even think about any kind of a rapping part of it. And I talked to your buddy Jared, and he told me it was a cover song. I was like, really? And I looked it up, and that shows you how much in touch I am with the mainstream music that are going on in America. But and Chris, I have to say, you and your band did a excellent job on the cover, and I had no idea it was any kind of an R&B or a rap song. I didn't even think about you doing any kind of a rap on it. What I thought, I was like, man, this song would be great if bars and taverns would use it to close up to. I think it's a great song to close the bar down to.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you ever want to hit the college frat circuit, man, you got the song right. Yeah. But yeah, I was just kind of curious what prompted you to do that, and I thought you did an excellent job. Well done, very well done.
Yeah, because when I heard the original version, I loved it. Mm-hmm. Then we go into the studio, and then we kind of we locked ourselves in a box for a month recording this, and then we heard our version. I was like, man, this is awesome. Then I went back and heard the original, and I was like, oh, that version sucks. The Alestorm's version's so much better.
I kind of that's it. Since you said it, I will agree on that. I thought your version had so much more kick to it, so I thought you did a superb job. It was really well done. So.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and now let's do a little comparison. You already said at the beginning of the interview that you feel the Sunset on the Golden Age is your best one yet. So, how do you feel that this album differs from your previous one? Like its strong points compared to your previous albums. I know it to me it seems like it's more aggressive, and it seems like it's got some punk rock roots or like some hardcore moments in it, like in the singing parts of it. But I'll let you go ahead and tell me where I'm wrong at. So go ahead.
Yeah, I think for starters, the performance has improved. Like, if you think back to our first album and listen to it, like, whether or not you would like those songs or not, just listen to it. Like, the keyboards and all the orchestra stuff and all the folk instruments, it sounds so cheap because it was all done on my crappy keyboard. Back then, that was the first time I'd ever sung something in a studio, so my vocals were awful. Mm-hmm. Like, half the instruments were played by session musicians because some of the guys in the band couldn't get there. So, like, but like this time around, like just listen to the bass. Listen how fucking huge the bass sounds. It's like we've got the sweetest bass tone I've ever heard. The orchestra and all the folk things. This time around, it's all real instruments. Like we got a bunch of professional musicians in to play trumpets and violins and things.
Sure.
So it just sounds so natural. I mean, I wouldn't say I've learned to sing, but I've learned how to shout a bit better.
So that's good. That's good.
I think the vocal performance is better. I mean, and the songwriting is it's one of these things. Songwriting is a skill. The more you practice it, the better you get at it. Yeah. And we've just really upped the ante in terms of songwriting. Everything just seems to flow a lot better. There's been moments in our previous albums, maybe especially on our second and third album, we kind of just went a bit crazy for crazy's sake and had lots of random, strange breakdowns that didn't quite fit, and the songs didn't seem finished. But this time around, every song is just so. I feel everything's been so polished, and everything works so perfectly.
Sure.
So it's just everything's better. I mean, sure, maybe your favorite song's on a different album. That's fine, but
yeah.
It's this is some seriously superior stuff going on here.
Okay. Well, now. Say someone is looking at Alestorm in a music store or online, if since music stores are a rarity anymore. But say someone's going across music selections and they see Sunset on the Golden Age and they see Alestorm, and they're like, man, I've never heard of this band before. I wonder if I should check it out. So anybody listening to this interview, what can you tell a new listener or a potential fan what to expect from your band and your new album or any of your albums?
If you listen to our albums, you will get laid. That is a bona fide certainty. Chicks dig pirates.
Certified platinum. Certified platinum.
But it's like, I just think it's the perfect party record.
Sure.
But it's also good. It's got its clever and deep moments. It's not just a complete stick it on 5-minute throwaway album. But I mean, mostly it's one of these things you can put on, relax, chill out, get drunk, get your mates over. It's that sort of a, it's party metal. We're I guess we've kind of got more in common with things like Andrew WK than we do with these kind of folk metal bands these days. I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah, great. Okay. Well, now let's talk a little bit about tours. You got some touring coming up, and the big thing I want to put here and push for you is Pirate Fest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've misplaced the dates, but it's coming up. When's the dates on that?
Pirate Fest starts October the 8th and goes on to October the 26th around the UK and Ireland.
Okay. So what can you tell everybody out there about Pirate Fest? Because you got obviously a few other, I guess, pirate-themed bands coming along with you on that? Is that correct?
Basically that whole tour was pretty much an accident. Of course we wanted to do a headline tour in the UK and Ireland. There's a lot of dates, so we booked that. Then we started saying, okay, let's get some support bands. And we said, okay, we've got our mates from Australia. Mm-hmm. Lagerstein is actually the bassist of Lagerstein, does the rapping on Hangover.
Okay.
So he's going to do that live on tour. But, so we thought, let's get these guys. Then we thought, hey, let's get our there's another band who are our friends from England called Red Rum, also sing about pirates.
Sure. And
then suddenly we realized, wait, this is just a tour of pirates. But, and these kind of light bulb over the head moments, We're like, dude, let's call this thing Pirate Fest. And, it's, because there's that whole Pagan Fest thing that goes around here in America. Yeah. It's kind of, it's like that, but with less nerds and more party.
Cool. Well, now, since you're doing a Pirate Fest thing, I'm going to bring this up, and I've noticed when I've seen some of your older concerts that you do play some of this band's material before you go on stage. Running Wild, I think they were probably the at least from what I can recall, the very first band to do the pirate thing back in the 80s. Now, has Running Wild been much of a influence on you at all, or is it just no? Okay.
I'll be honest, I had never actually even heard of that band. When we got started doing the pirate thing,
okay.
Because let's be, they're an 80s German metal band.
Right.
For a bunch of teenage kids in Scotland, that's the most irrelevant thing ever.
Sure.
Especially when I was growing up, that was that was like, it's actually granddad music, to most of the kids, it's, so that was completely outside of the scope of anything we knew about.
Okay.
So it was only like after a year or of doing our stuff, I was like, oh yeah, you guys like Running Wild. I was like, who are they? So we looked up. I was like, oh, here's a band, and they've got like maybe half a dozen songs about pirates. Most of their songs are just about, normal metal stuff, to be honest.
Yeah.
But no influence at all. I'm not a fan of the music. I don't like sort of 80s German metal. It's not really my thing,
Okay. Well, that's fine. Like I said, I noticed I watched a concert that was on the web a while back, and I heard Diabolical Force play on the pre-music. Maybe that was something the venue set up. I don't know.
Really? I don't. Because I didn't even know that song, so maybe that was someone else's idea. Wow.
It may have been, because I was like, well, maybe
the venue was playing tricks on us or something.
It could have been. I was like, well, maybe they're some kind of, Running Wild fan or something. I was like, you got Pirate Fest coming up. I was like, once you get Rolf off his ass down in Germany and get him up there to, like, play a song.
No chance, dude. Seriously, that guy will not get off his ass for less than $250,000, I tell you.
Wow. Okay. Well, I noticed you don't tour a lot, and I keep trying. I was like, come on, man. I know there's some fans out there that would like to see you if you just go out, but okay. All right. Well, fair enough. So anyway, before we get off here, what else other than Pirate Fest? You got other tours. You got a European tour coming up as well, I believe, right? Yeah.
Straight before that, like literally the day before, we should get off this again. It's like 24 days around, Germany, France, mainland Europe, all that stuff,
Sure. Okay.
That's with us, this band called Brainstorm from Germany.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
And another Australian band called Trollhagen, and a Canadian band called Crimson Shadows.
Okay.
And
yeah.
that's just a simple, headline tour of Europe. It's going to be fun. It's not going to be so piratey, but it's going to be a lot of fun, big shows. Look forward to that.
Great.
Then after that, we come back we're going to Japan in November.
Mm-hmm.
Then in January, we are going to go on the 70,000 tons of metal cruise in the Caribbean.
Yeah,
it's going to be sweet.
That's good.
That's
Great.
real good.
Well, awesome. Well, now before we get off here, I'll let you give some parting words here in just a second. But I ask this of every band, just to make it a little bit different. I'm from Tennessee originally. It's not a heavy metal hotbed.
It's a good state. One of my favorite states.
Well, that's good. It's not a bad state. It's very scenic. It's got a lot of music.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Smoky Mountains, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's hot. It's very hot in the summers. I don't like the heat, but it does have a rich musical tradition. So
bluegrass, man. Don't miss some bluegrass.
Yeah. So, but Elvis, Graceland's there. So I try to ask metal bands if they were to cover a Elvis tune, what would they cover? So how would Alestorm do an Elvis song? Which one would it be?
Oh, man. You big Elvis fan then? Because, let me think.
Well, I like Elvis. I'm not a, diehard, but, you don't have to worry about offending me. Just worry about all the Elvis fans out there.
Let me think. Maybe, I like Always on My Mind.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a bad one.
Good song. I know it's not original. All his songs are essentially covers, but
sure.
But yeah, good song.
Okay. Alestorm, Always on Your Mind will be on the next album. Gotcha. All right, Chris. Here's your chance. Leave us with some parting words of wisdom or whatever you want to tell fans out there, and we'll get off here, buddy.
All right. I just want to tell you all to listen to your parents, say your prayers, and eat your vegetables, and steal music.
What? Well, the last part is definitely people will listen to that. I'm not so sure about the first words of wisdom there, but all right then. Well, Chris, thank you very much for talking to Skullbanger Media. Appreciate it a lot, and we'll get off here.
Oh, cheers, man.
Yeah.